Hello, we're upside down again. I don't know. I was really hoping that I didn't have to inform Twitch yesterday, but alas, I think I have to do it anyway. Hello, everyone. How are we doing? Moonlight 65. I think you're at the top of the streakers. I am so impressed. Thank you so much for being here and sticking around. Uh, I think most people missed it, but yeah, we're upside down again. And I made a screenshot at the end of stream yesterday, but the thing is, my hand was in front of the camera, so you don't really know that it's upside down. But basically, it's upside down for me now. um, it's never boring here. It really never is. I'm sorry I'm a little bit late. And I am also going to have to compromise today because we had a very rough night. I am exhausted. I woke up with puking on the bed, so I had to change the sheets in the middle of the night. And this morning I missed it when she started puking on the couch. Luckily, I have a blanket, a special blanket if in case of accidents. Um, so I've been doing a lot of laundry and washing, and she is just she needs to be in my lap when she's I'm not sure what's happening, but she probably ate something that she's not supposed to eat. She's weird. She's weird. Okay, this is why I need to vacuum every day, and truly, if I have a week where I miss a day, this usually happens. So she just eats something weird, or just a tiny little hair bunny of her own, because she will also eat the hair of her brush. If I don't empty the brush every time I use it, she will eat it. She will eat the hair that is in there, which is really silly. And she don't do that. So now she's sick again. But I wanted to be here. I wanted to talk about something I heard about just this morning and have no clue about. So we'll compromise. We'll do 2 sprints, and that's going to be it. This way, I get some reading done during the day. And I feel like I have done what I can on every base to lessen my anxiety, because if I have to cancel things, I just get anxiety, and I really can't use more than I already have at the moment. So if I'm a little bit distracted, that's because I'm keeping an eye on Toulouse. I want to make sure that she doesn't puke again, without me being there. Aside from, like, I can wash blankets. I don't care. I just hate that I can see a little bit of panic in her eyes, and I just want to be there when she has to puke. I think she just got a hair. Listen, what are you doing? That's office stuff. You are. It, why are you opening those drawers? There's taxes in there. I really don't think you want to. I mean, I need to do them, but as you can see, the cats are a bit present today, so my apologies for that. But we're gonna do a little quick stream anyway, and get a bit of reading done. I have a confession to make about the book. And Rev as well, a 15 stream streak, and Lulu a 20 stream streak. I'm not Moonlight, but here we go. No, don't compare. Don't compare. Don't compare yourself to other people. That's not fair. Not to you and not to that person. The only person you're allowed to compare yourself with truly is who you were yesterday. That's all that matters. Hello, Blue. I just appeared? What do you mean? I mean, I am a fairy. I try to be today because I'm really tired. And when I have the energy, I try to, pick clothing that make me feel a little bit more comfortable. So I'm wearing my French, my pretty French, very flowy, completely not convenient, very long skirt, a pretty bow, and I had cookie dough for breakfast. So how is your day going, Gnarly? She'll be okay. It's just stuck, and we have it based. But she just gets. To be honest, I do feel like she plays it up a little bit, just a little bit, because she knows that I can't say no. Like actually, I try sometimes when I just need a little bit of personal space, just a little bit. But she knows exactly what buttons to push, and so I have to concede and make room for her, even if that means I have cramps for hours. It's okay. She's my baby. So she just needs to be on my lap, and that's okay. Listen, what are you doing? Are you okay? Yeah, I saw. So ever since the thing in the forest, he has been scared of opening the door with his body because I mean, I don't know how he got out of his harness. He must have gotten really stuck while he was in a huge panic, and ever since he doesn't know how to open the door with his body, and when he does, it freaks him out. It's really heartbreaking. Are you okay, baby? You're okay. I am planning on when I move away from here to remove all doors. I'm not kidding. All doors, even the bathroom, and just use curtains instead. Right, baby? Just get rid of all the scary things. We don't need them. We are making our own safe space. I am going to wrap twine around this. Um, Probably both, but at least that one because that's that one he likes the most. So he can use it as a scratch bowl. And I'm going to look into a shelf for here and probably let him choose because he does this. Either I'm guessing the top one because he is the king of the house. One of the shelves I'm going to empty, so I can put a little bed in there, and probably also the top. I'll just take everything off the top so he can use that as well. And hopefully, or maybe during stream, I'm expecting a package. Their cat food is going to be delivered today, but I also ordered something that is kind of like carpet like, but also scratch like, that I'm going to stick to the side of one of my bookcases. And if that works, also on the other one, actually. So I can, so he can get on top of the bookcase for one, and I am going to build a bridge between the two bookcases for him. Basically, because he can't go outside anymore, he still has not actively asked me to go outside. He used to be very annoying, especially when I couldn't for time reasons. He would just get really, I mean, you've witnessed him maybe, like really persistent and yowling and which was his right because he wanted to go on adventures, but anyone who thinks that animals don't get traumatized about, in traumatizing situations is dead wrong. And he doesn't want to go outside anymore, and in a way that's best because I am not really physically able to go outside either. I would not be able to go to the forest with him. I would do it for him, but it mixed feelings. What I'm trying to say is I am trying to make the house more cat entertaining because my girl cats were never interested in climbing up. He is a little monkey, so that is truly what hurts me the most about this whole situation. I can deal. I'm already thinking about, okay, if I can't deal with forests for now, wisdom, please! No! See, he wants to go up. I know. I'm talking about all the things I'm going to build for you, like in the coming days. Already thinking about how am I going to ease myself back into nature, because, again, I'm a specialist in trauma, so I know exactly what to do. But it's different for him. It's going to be very hard for him. It's just dangerous out here. Everyone with a dog off leash in this neighborhood, in this region, just has very, very intense problems with their ego. And I don't want to go into that today. But if you have any ideas to help me out to make a smaller living space entertaining for a cat that likes to climb, on a budget, possibly even in ways that I could maybe scrounge up stuff for free. That would be great because it's breaking my heart, and I hate it. I hate that in a way he's been such a good boy because he's not been annoying about going outside. So if you have any ideas how I can entertain the baby bean, like I wish I could get one of those wheels, but I don't think I even have the space to do that. I have a really tiny studio apartment. Hi Storm. Well, Blue, I think it's actually she has a paste to prevent the hairballs, but that still it could mean that it's still a hairball. Don't generally find hairballs. What happens is she eats something that she's not supposed to, and that just gets her sick. What I have to be careful with the toys I give to because I had a very sparkly, glittery one, and she was in love with that one, but she ate a piece of it, and it took a day before that came out again. So but what also happens is my hair. Now, luckily, I don't lose as much hair as I did in my 20s. In my 20s, I lost a lot of hair for some reason, but it's not that bad anymore. But if I don't catch her when she's eating a hair of mine, well, that could be it, actually. That's something she does get really upset over until she relieves herself of it. So I think it's either one of those. And she just panics. I know it looks a lot more intense than it really is because she's had this for a while, and I talked to the vet about it, and she just panics because she doesn't know, she doesn't understand, she doesn't understand what's going on. Yeah, she needs a lot of cuddles, Storm. What do you mean, Arlie? Did you burrito yourself? If not, maybe you should now. You're fully allowed and recommended to roll yourself into a blanket burrito. Oh yeah, Storm. That is for Yu Meng Long. I'm still actively raising awareness for his situation. Stop it! Stop it! Don't do it! Don't do it! Don't do it! I heard your voice off a minute before you appear visually like a small glitch. Oh no! Is there such a lag? Wait, am I lagging that bad? I mean, I'm behind on tweets. On tweets. Am I okay? No, but like, am I okay? Tweets? I'm actually not sure. Maybe I should have stayed on the couch with Juice. What the hell? What was that? My cat really liked the natural rope scratching tower I got for her. I got a huge, well, it's partly broken because of Winston. Winston broke the highest piece of the cat scratch thing. But it's like, it's taller than me, and I can stand on top of it. Now that doesn't say a whole lot because I don't weigh that much, but also I can easily sit on there. I was thinking about making a video sitting on the cat tree for YouTube. Actually, might have to do that because it's quite big. It's the first thing people say that I have such a tiny home. Why do you have such a big cat tree? Well, because my cats come first. I don't know about you, but I chose this house, so I have to make sure that it's good for them. Now I can't go outside anymore with Winston. Probably never, not in this region at the very least. I am desperate to make this the home as entertaining for Winston as possible, even though I am trying very much to find an appropriate home to move to where I can build him a catio. Right, Winnie? We've had a lot of conversations this morning because I couldn't play with him as much as I wanted because of Toos. Don't let them be mean to you, Erin. Don't let them be mean to you. In long dress, be careful not to rush to do anything. It's easy to trip. Not speaking from experience, maybe as a witness. Well, that's the thing, Gnarly. Wearing something outrageous during the day for no reason at all forces you to romanticize literally everything you do during the day because you have to move with intention. That's exactly why I like to dress up. You have to be careful with what you're eating. Like, pretend to be the lady of the home, whether you're male or female. There's a vibe about being the lady of the home, and I recommend you try and wear that vibe. It's I mean, am I gonna say this? Yeah, we're going into sprint anyway. We're going into a sprint in about a minute. One of two. We're doing two sprints today, so I can go back to my sick kitty. We're going right into it right now, actually. But I am very guilty of when I am sad, pretending to be Miss Havisham. This isn't mirrored, right? I'm only upside down. Well, not to you, but there's nothing actually mirrored, right? I am getting a bit paranoid now. I didn't ask. I'm so sorry I didn't catch up on all of chat because I glitched myself. So we did a cherry tree. Yes, Garfield. I'll get some fake sakura. Um, okay, thank you, Norley. Does look fun, make me want to build a human-sized one. Same, Blue, same. So that's why I am trying to really lean into the silver lining of, okay, so now I have the full, um, what is the word I'm looking for? I'm fully allowed to go crazy in the cat home because I'm sorry, but I was assaulted by a stranger, and now I can't go outside anymore. So I'm gonna just try to lean into it and make the best of it. And I'll keep you up to date on that. But now I'm going to try and get some reading done, and I will let you know in the break why I had to reread the beginning. But I'm going to shut up now so you can try and do something as well. I recommend you join me with a book because it's quite soothing to hide in a book. I promise. Good luck. I will see you in half an hour. last minute. Right, we're taking a 10-minute break and then we'll do one more sprint. It's as if he knows. Winnie, it's not done. How are we doing? Hi, Eddie. Hi, Dua. How are you feeling today? Winston knows that I am working on making the home a little bit more Winston friendly because he's been climbing and going places that he never goes, but that I plan on using. Oh my God! Hold on. You're gonna hurt yourself. Oh no. Okay, okay. Listen. So yeah, he never went there before, but I have been thinking ever since the thing happened in the forest with Winston there. I've been thinking how can I get the outside inside as much as possible, and I never had cats that wanted to go up before. Bo never really wanted to climb, and Deuce doesn't even know she has the possibility to. So Winston has always been a bit weird when it comes to that, but his adventurous streak was tamed by our walks in the forest because we would go for an hour or two every day as long as my body was able to do that. We can't do that anymore. So there's a specific bookcase that I am going to stick carpet slash scratch stuff on so he can climb on top of it. And he literally just tried to do exactly where I planned to stick the stuff. That was really interesting. And he's been here. I want to make something here, and he's more here now, as if he knows that I'm going to work on it in the coming days. It's really weird. I did tell him, and that sounds so insane, but I've been talking to him about all this because we went through a lot together. Yeah, I'm talking about you, and I think it helps me to process a bit because I know I mean, and I know that I'm not talking to myself, but also I am a little bit, but I do feel like animals understand energy, and I've just been explaining to him what is happening with him in his little baby bean brain, and how we're going to manage that and make sure that he doesn't go stir crazy without putting ourselves in danger for as long as we're stuck in this home. Because I want to move away here and make sure that I can build him a catio like that. I'm that that's going to be the most important thing about finding a new home from here on out. If it doesn't have the space to build a catio, which I can't do here because it's not safe, because people are absolutely insane here, and apparently it's a personal offense if I ask them to follow the law and make sure that all our pets are safe. So I can't build one here, and that's really frustrating because he really liked going outside. It's heartbreaking, but we're gonna do our best. We're gonna make do, and that's what I'm focused on in the coming days. But it's weird, isn't it? I feel like they know, they understand. If you talk to your pets, do you think if you have pets, do you ever talk to them? Do you think they understand you? I really feel like they do on a very basic level. I'm not saying that they're like Einstein, but you know what I mean? No, Eddie. Funnily enough, I foreshadowed it myself. So the irony is great. The universe is very funny. At least it thinks it is very funny. I think it's really cruel, and it really goes beyond dark humor. But I have to laugh, otherwise I'll crumble. But yeah, the things have been happening here, and it's the worst part is that it's not surprising. That's the worst part. Uh, Wait, what? Hi, Viking. I'm not entirely sure what you mean, but thank you. Welcome in. Also, thank you so much for the follows. Vet Vibes. Sorry, Adam and Orgalorg. Is that how I pronounce your name? Please let me know if I butchered it. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the follows. Oh, I am so confused. I need to find a way to show you what is happening with my Twitch app because I stream from the Twitch app. Because it's so confusing. Every time I look at it, I'm just like, wait, what? I will not be going outside anymore, Addie. Don't worry. I'm just not going outside anymore. I already didn't. I already tried to get away as far away from society as possible, but it's complicated. Speaking of which, coming Sunday, during our just chatting stream, I want to lay out a little bit how I've been dealing and how it's even possible for me to sit here because I don't want to give the wrong impression. I want to be honest, but this is Twitch and there's terms of service and I have to make sure that I don't, get banned. Because I might get flagged for certain things. But I want to talk about that in the coming Sunday. During our just chatting check-in of the week. And I might be able to answer some questions about this a little bit more about well, maybe not what happened because I need to detach the theories and stuff from the actual thing because I have figured out what is happening in this environment. It's really tricky to talk about and it might upset a few people, but it's very important that we're going to talk about it. If only because I need this event, this traumatizing event that has forever changed the heart of my brave baby bean who used to love going out for adventures. Maybe he wasn't able to do it on his own, but we went together. And that is broken. It's broken. And no amount of money or therapy is going to give that back to me. And certainly not to a cat that I may talk to, but doesn't actually understand what I'm explaining. And in order to make it bearable, I'm going to try and learn as much as I possibly can from everything, from the last 2 years, because a lot of things that, well, pretty much everything that has been happening ever since I moved here, that my brain was just like, wait, what? This makes no sense. Everything makes sense now, at least most of it, and I wanna talk about it on Sunday, yeah. Because I have to restrict the stream a little bit to explain a vital part of how I am able to sit here, first off, so soon after, being the victim of a crime, which is, I honestly can't even wrap my brain around that sentence. Saying that out loud makes no sense. I still can't really understand that is actually what happened, but that's what happened. Thank you, Addie. I'm so sorry you're coming in at such a heavy time, but I think we're gonna learn a lot from this, and I think it's gonna be important. And it's the irony of it all is that I am actually an advocate for men's mental health. So to be a victim of male rage for really no reason other than what I suspect is a fragile white male ego is just you can't script that, right? It's insane, especially because in that week I was talking about how I want to understand that bracket of people of men, because it's dangerous for me to live in a world with men like that. And what do you know? That week, I meet one in the wild, literally. So I need to do that because otherwise I'm going to drown. I'm going to drown in the experience. So basically, what I'm doing is I'm desperately trying to dissociate or turn on like the teacher in me, the part of my brain that wants to learn and well is also a little bit dissociating. But I'm getting help with that, and I want to make sure that I'm honest about it, so I don't misrepresent the consequences of being a victim of something as serious as I was, because it was serious, and I am just very lucky in a lot of aspects, and one of them um, is something that might get me banned if I talk about it just out of nowhere. I need to make sure that I follow terms and terms of service. Do you see? TOS? TOS. What is it? You know what I mean. But I am safe as long as I don't go outside, I guess, which is what I do now. I'm reading Shadow and Bone Doll. I'm going to mute myself for the coming half hour, and we'll talk a little bit about the book, I think, at the end, and about Wetiko. I don't know if that is how you pronounce it. But I am very curious about it. I learned about it this morning, and I want to talk about it a little bit before I go take care of my my older baby bee. But for now, I'm gonna mute myself. I invite you to join me in doing whatever it is that makes you feel good in this moment, as long as you are kind to yourself and to others, and don't hurt yourself or others. It's all good. All right. No, actually, Addie, I had to reread the beginning this morning. I'm not even kidding. I reread the beginning this morning. But I'll talk about that at the end of the sprint. I'm gonna try to make progress right now. Okay? I'm really not far in. Page 65. Oh, horrible. Right. I'll see you in half an hour. last moments. Sorry, I needed to finish the chapter, and I'm both happy and upset that I did. What is this book? Has anyone read this? How do we feel about this? Because I am I'm afraid this is. I mean, I don't know yet, but if this is going where I think it's going, it's aging very badly. Has anyone read Shadow and Bone by Lee Bardugo? Is that how you say your name? I'm not sure. Hi, Millie. Yes, I am in the Upside Down. If you rewatch the VOD in the beginning, I mean, I kind of suspected it, but I was upside down again. So that's why I look so confused when I go to mute myself, because normally the mute is there and now it's there. But because they also have like the start and end stream and the flip camera from front to back next to it, like one's on the left and one is on the right, it's really precarious to just, if you just want to mute yourself, you could royally fuck up. It's not ideal to flip the camera in the position that I'm in currently. Like that it would be bad. Oh no, I forgot to charge as well. Oh my god, chaos this week. I don't know what's happening. So when I go to mute myself, my screen is flipped now. I am not even sure why it's not changing, because it's really weird, but I guess it's better than the horizontal flip, because that messed up with the timer. So I guess this is better. But it's really scary to mute myself at the moment, because I might end stream or, show you the mess that is the rest of this house. I don't want to do that. Please don't. So I don't know. I should probably let Twitch know, but I am afraid I really don't have the energy to do that. I have bills to pay. I'm afraid that's going to take all the energy I have for today. And tomorrow I need to do nothing for a day. A green screen behind the camera. Yeah, I honestly, maybe I might just put something green behind it or something. I don't know. It's scary. It's just scary. I'm scared to mess up. And also, I did mess up a little bit before I went into the sprint, because I did notice that Viking had given me a follow. Thank you so much. I welcome in. And also, Harry Lou, is that how I say your name? Welcome in. And Headface, welcome in. Thank you so much for the follows, everyone. I hope you're having a good day. I am reading Shadow and Bone. I have so many questions. I know that there is apparently a Netflix show that combines this series and the duology that comes after this, which starts with 6 of Crows, I think it was. My music has been very loud all the time, and I really hope that I won't get in trouble for that, because it sounds like ambient, but it's actually an artist. So I'm not going to say it, because that might actually trigger it. Goodreads says, where is it? That this was released in 2012, which is confusing, because in the book it says 2014. Now, it doesn't really matter. We now know what time period it comes from. And for a lot of women out there, at least, I really don't know what the men are doing. I'm genuinely very baffled about the general, not all, but general response of the wider male population about the release of the files. It's really fascinating, if not, it would be fascinating if it wasn't so terribly upsetting. But a lot has changed with my perception of the world, and a lot of women who know the severity of the files are quite as upset as I am about how literally our entire childhoods has been reframed within the image of PDF files. So I say that because we were all brainwashed to look certain ways, behave a certain way, have a certain weight by a certain group of people who own the world and sold us certain products and made certain TV shows and movies and stuff. They influenced everything and made especially millennial women the way they are. So I am not saying that this author made a grave mistake by doing this, because it's a sign of the time, which is why it's fascinating, and I'm going to bring it up, which is I am afraid that the love interest of this girl is about 100 years older than her, but he's behaving the same age. That's problematic, isn't it? Because it's young adult. This is not adult. If it was adult fiction, then, it's still have questions, but then at least an adult brain is reading this as I am now and clocking that, hey, this is maybe not really, this is maybe not good. maybe in real life we should not do this. Maybe we should keep this in fantasy land. But as a teenager, reading this as a teenager, as a teenage girl, because it's what is it, first person. I think this will bring you there. You will find your way. I do. I'm not sure all the books I'm currently reading are flagged or ticked, but I use that one primarily for Twitch. But like I said, in 2014, I would have been a teen. If I had read this as a teen, I would have, as a teenage girl, unconsciously, I'm being primed to be attracted to older men. Maybe not 100 years older, but older men. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because that is what it's looking like and what I'm gathering from the back. He is being set up as the dark boyfriend. And it is young adult. I went to check it on Goodreads, actually. Is this adult or is this young adult? Because I was also confused with the gore. There's an awful lot of gore. And this morning, when I wanted to prep a little bit for stream, I realized I didn't remember anything. I read... No, 100 years older. Not even... He's 100... Wait, I underlined it. 122. Oh, no. I'm messing with where I am. I should... Oh, no. I'll find it. It's fine. 120! He's 120! And she is like 16, 17? According to... Reddit, yeah. Okay, but it's fine. Because it's in the specific Reddit for this book. And Alina, the person of... Yes, my battery's dead anyway. Of who are reading this. Oh god, I have to reschedule. The POV that we're reading from is Alina, and she is 17, 18 years old. And the dark character, the dark and mysterious, misunderstood, you're going to save the world by burning it all down. I mean, I made that last part up. I don't know what he's doing. I think he's supposed to be the good guy, which is the problem, because this is for young adult. This was marketed to young teenage girls. And they're setting up, oh no, it's worse, because she grew up with someone in an orphanage. And they're like, that's the red herring, yes. oh, this is so bad. In the intro, you meet them as kids. You meet them as kids. They grow up in the same orphanage. And the thing that is said about them is that they're too attached to each other. So that's a red herring, right? In the intro, you're being introduced to these two kids that are supposedly too attached, making you think, oh, they're going to be lovers. And that is also kind of what you feel as you enter the story, because she has complicated feelings for this boy, and she admits even that she might have been in love with him. But then this dark 120-year-old man comes in because she's supposed to save the world, which is what I'm saying. It's a sign of the time. This was such a prevalent storyline. So not only are we primed as teenage girls to be interested in older men, this older man has been set up against her, what are they called in English? The boy of the same age that she's originally interested in. So this is I'm afraid this is aging really bad. Reading this in 2026. Is it me? That's disgusting, unless there's a difference between humans and elves, and or hobbits or whatever race has a different age system. I mean, yes, but also then they behave differently, right? That's what you mean, Lulu. I'm assuming, like they're behaving in a different way. Like the elves in Lord of the Rings that are 500 years old are not behaving like 16-year-old boys. This dude is behaving like a 16-year-old boy. But like the tortured kind, right? Because he inherited this curse. He didn't do it. His great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather made a mistake that cursed the whole land for hundreds of years. And now he has the burden of being the Dark One. So I'm just getting ick. I'm going to continue reading it. I'm fascinated. I'm going to unpack it. Just to be clear again, I'm not judging the author, because we were all set up to do this, to think this, to feel this, which is why this might be a very interesting study piece. So, to be continued. So he's 120 but senile to the point that he's 16. Pretty much, Lulu. Pretty much. Oh, I'm so afraid that I'm gonna have to back a subject into next week though. So we're gonna stick a pin in it. Because I need to go. For one, I want to, Toos is going to bed. If she pukes on bed again, I really don't want to clean the sheets again. And I forgot to charge, so we're gonna die anyway at some point in our lives. But my phone sooner rather than later. I wanted to talk about a concept that I stumbled upon called Wetico. If you've never heard of it, I would like it if you gave it a quack, or you Googled it but on a different website. I am going to look into this in the coming days because I think this is fascinating. I've been thinking about how there has been a seemingly active movement against people who are neurodivergent. And I have for a long time thought that yes, it is a mutation, but what if the mutation has come about because the neurotypical part of the population is a bit, kind of glitching. Maybe it's really a good thing, and maybe that's why there has been such a shift into trying to pile all people with autism, for example, on one pile and kind of run with the stereotype, which is that people with autism are not good at life, in short. And Wetico is an indigenous concept, as far as I gathered. And is basically what is happening with the majority of society, which is we're being brainwashed. We're being brainwashed, and maybe neurodivergence means that you're just less susceptible to the brainwashing. I don't know. I want to look into it. let's talk about it on Sunday. On Sunday, I will also talk about this, but I will be. I guess it's age limiting the stream because I'm going to talk about how I've been keeping myself together. Yeah, that, Millie. If the author promotes this kind of red flag, I'll do some judging. No, Lulu, this is why this is going to be an interesting book to be talking about because it has everything to do with the PDF files, everything, and how difficult it is to not judge victims. And how you need to be very active in controlling your brain from making assumptions without asking questions first. And truly staying open-minded, understanding that your perception and opinion does not have to reflect reality. Right? So Sunday is going to be a bit busy. Not too heavy though. It's going to be solution based, but because of, in terms of service scheisse, and I do get it, and we'll get into it, but I want to be open about the fact that I'm not Superwoman here. Absolutely not. I'm just lucky. And I want to make sure that I don't make anyone feel like crap because they're not dealing the way I am. If that is so, there's probably a very good reason for it. But for now, I gotta go. I gotta make sure that Toulouse doesn't puke over the bed again because please don't, not twice in 24 hours. Thank you so much for being here and for being patient with me and yourself. Please be kind and try to use the beat between action and react. No, reaction and action? What are the two? There's a beat. Use it to breathe. Don't forget to drink water. Again, I am really bad at it lately. I need to do something about it. I think neurodivergence is going to be a very important topic in the coming few weeks. So, I'm looking forward to that. Remember that even in the midst of trauma, there are good things. The bad things are actually also lessons. It's just a matter of forcing yourself to look at them. That's the shitty part about being an adult. You have to do it. You have to do it, otherwise you'll drown. And I don't want to drown. And also, I don't want my phone to crash. So, I'm very proud of you for being here today. The world is a messy place at the moment, and it's hard. So you're doing great. I love you. Look at the schedule to see what I mean when I say I'll be back on Sunday, and I hope to see you there. Bye-bye.